Hi everyone, this is Vani and this is my submission for the mini vintage botanical junk journal swap on JJJ. Thank you Ali for hosting this. The second time I'm taking a video, I hope it comes out okay. So the story behind this journal is that it was found 4 years ago in the basement of my grandfather's home in Koilon. Koilon is a city in Kerala, South India. It was found in the rubble, left by somebody forgotten. So when I looked at the pages, I saw a name called Elizabeth and dated 1938. So I'm thinking that she was probably the wife of one of the British East India Company officers who were posted in Koilon. And probably during the time 1938 or 1939, when the Quit India movement must have aggravated locally, she might have just been, you know, rushed out of that space. So what was she doing at my grandfather's home? My grandfather was a natural plant medicine healer. So from the looks of it, I think she was taking training under him. So I have created this journal keeping in mind that Elizabeth had used it while she was there, somewhat, and that since it was found in a dirty basement rubble in India, it's quite grungy and you know battered and soiled, and so I kept that look throughout. Um, to keep I mean, the brief was kind of watercolory, Edith Holden kind of thing. So what spoke to me was Ephemera's Vintage Gardens Summer Prelude kit. I just love that kit. So that is the major kit that I've used here. Other than that, I have used the Secret Garden kit by Ephemera's Vintage Garden, some elements from her Purple Rain kit, and a couple of Arty Maze's kit elements, and September Chic from Nectar's creations. So let's see the cover. The cover is Once Upon a Time TCWD collection. So I've grunged it up, and there is a name tag card stock and with some vintage image. This is a small group of tags that I think Elizabeth must have kept, which has names of plants here. Probably she used to use it while on her field trips. So she's labeled it Colon. You can look it up in the map. So this has 4 signatures. It's a 4x6 book, 1.5-inch spine, and loads of tags and ribbons and lace. I have the first page of every signature has this lace trim attached to it. So let's now see inside. So the first page, inside book cover, there is a nameplate with Elizabeth has written, I don't know if you guys can see too much light, Elizabeth 1938. And I've also created a similar name tag, blank one, for my swap partner. She can write her name here. And I've also, or she can write here, I've created a journal card. What do you call that? Library card. So this is a Tiffany stamp pocket. And there is a small booklet here, which probably belonged to, I don't know where you'll see it. Yeah, Elizabeth. This is impression of coffee stain dye on handmade paper. This is vintage tracing paper, and Elizabeth seems to have traced out the magnolia flower. There are some notes by her, and this is like scrap paper you can use. So this tucks in here. So this is the first signature. I just love this. So antique and vintagey and watercolory at the same time. There's a small nameplate kind of thing. You can put a section head if you like. This is also part of the kit. So the first inside cover, I have backed it with the background paper that comes with the kit, and I have used a doily tuck which runs to the end of, I mean it's like continues here. This is a handmade tag out of some pattern paper. I've also used some background paper from CreativBoutique, CreativBoutique at an Etsy store, and then there are several botanical prints here that have been sewn onto coffee dyed paper. So that's it. So every page, every section begins with a quote from the Edith Holden book and a botanical stamp. This is from Secret Garden digital kit. This is some 4 ephemera I created that Elizabeth would have kept. This is the local language of that area, Malayalam. And like she has mentioned, meeting my grandfather and saying that she has a lot to learn. And this is some cutting that she has kept, and she has written at the back saying that I need to get this translated by someone. I have used some edge punch, stamping. This is more ephemera that I found this on the net. This is an envelope to someone in Cologne, and it is actually dated 1938, which was woohoo. Anyways, this is from the Secret Garden kit. I'm sorry everything is being shaken, but it's a very funny setup here. I have also used fuzzy cut. I've also fuzzy cut a lot of flowers and botanicals and glued them on here just for interest. This is again some ephemera, more ephemera. This is a journaling card, botanical. This is fuzzy cut. I hope there's too much light on it. This is from the Summer Prelude. It's not Summer Prelude. This is from Summer Prelude, and this is from September Chic. This page is somehow special to me. Inspired by Amy Harrington of Scrap Your Own Way. Hi Amy. And I tried to create a collage, which she does so beautifully. So I really love this. The center of this signature contains 4 herbarium. I created a 4 herbarium. I wanted to put real plants, but there are some international rulings about plants and seeds going across between countries, so I didn't want my swap partner to get into any trouble. So this I used a die cut as if it's a plant, and glued it on using vintage tracing paper, and sewed it onto coffee stained paper. There is a place for a tag, so probably Elizabeth has said, printed number 1 on this, so you can write any details you like. And there's another one here, similar, with a pocket, and sewn onto coffee dyed paper. This is from the Edith Holden book, and I just backed it up with some lace here. This is just a blank page. This is again fuzzy cut flower and some ephemera that Elizabeth has kept about preparing a rose cutting. This is a tag I got from somewhere, I don't remember, one of the kits definitely. So I love this, I kept it here. This is the CreativBoutique page, digital page. This is a Rita Donnelly pocket and some ephemera. This I found on the internet. It's a telegram which has a seed advertisement next to it from India. This comes with this Summer Prelude kit, and this is a tag that I coffee dyed, and it has Arty Maze's Back to Nature collection fuzzy cut butterflies on this. This is again the Secret Garden page, some stamping. This is a duck spot with a seed cover, and also this small pocket. I don't remember what these are called. This is from Nectar's Creations. Again some stamping, Secret Garden paper, some floral stamp, and a tag I made with some fuzzy cutting, botanical, and the seed thing. So that's the first signature. Isn't this paper beautiful? This is the second signature. Same elements. This is a gift card I had, gift tag. So in that I fuzzy cut a butterfly from Arty Maze's collection, and this is a note card from a local botanical book here. And quote from Edith Holden's book, and this is a botanical stamp. This is a flip out with a tuck spot, and this is some ephemera. Secret garden page. This is a botanical book, from a botanical book. This is music note sheet, and this is a tuck spot I created, and this is some ephemera dated 1938 in the local language Malayalam of Ceylon. This is again botanical note card sewn on to coffee dyed paper. Then I created another tag here with pattern paper. This is original size tag from Ephemera's Vintage Garden Summer Prelude kit, so I just added this here for extra journaling space. This is from Nectar's Creations. Some stamping, and this in the center of the signature I created a small booklet which seems like a planting plan that probably Elizabeth used, because she has added this piece of ephemera here, some little notes. This is a heavily coffee dyed doily on which I have fuzzy cut secret garden butterfly. This is again some ephemera. The doily tuck has coffee dyed index card with fuzzy cut botanical. This is a blank page, some stamping. This is from Ivy Shutters library card. I glued on this fuzzy cut leaves just for some interest. This is the back of that, and then the back of the botanical page. It's a secret garden page. This is a tag I created. This is another botanical note card. This is a collage I created from a tag, some flowers, and a clock die cut. This is some ephemera. So it's the third signature now, similar with lace, and this is kind of a secret area where Elizabeth can write her notes. She's created this like that. This opens, and you see this, but behind this there's a little area where you can write. It also serves as a belly band. Then again there's this quote and botanical stamp, fuzzy cut flower from the Summer Prelude. This is some ledger paper about letter receipts. I love how this coffee staining has come. And this I created small tuck spots like Amity Bloom does and Tea for Camellia, but they sew it. I just glued it on here. This is wrapping paper. This is kind of from an advertisement. It's in the traditional language of the Vedas, that is Sanskrit, and probably talks about how to make medicine preparations. This is a die cut I had, and it's just a piece of ephemera here. This is the Edith Holden page, book page, and this is another Rita Donnelly flip up. I tried to do some collaging with fabric and lace, and there are more journaling. This journaling card and journaling paper. This is from Arty Maze's Sweet Caroline kit. This is beautiful. And there is some space for journaling, stamping done there. This is for interest. I added a fuzzy cut tree here. The center of the signature has a pocket and also this butterfly from K&N Company. This has a secret pocket, that's why I didn't put a tab. So it has this note card and this. This is more stamping here. Stamping and some fuzzy cut bird. This is the other side of the Enchanted Caroline kit. This is from September Chic, Nectar's Creations, Edith Holden page. This is a small envelope that has some ephemera. This is a tag I created from a pattern page. You can write on the back. And this is for interest. I fuzzy cut some leaves. This is pattern paper, part of the ledger paper. Stamping done here. This is a tuck pocket in which something about pruning, and at the back I folded it in and used it as a tuck pocket for a small tag. Again, fuzzy cut flower. This is actually a coin envelope template, and I used it because I wanted to give that flash of color on this page. I used it as a tuck spot. This is from Nectar's Creations, and this is a die cut I had. I just glued it on there. You can also tuck something here. This is the last signature, as one of my favorites. It's beautiful. I used a name card tag and glued on a die cut here, just for collage, just for interest. And there is some journaling card here. Again, a quote and a botanical stamp. This is a glassine bag I made, and this is a rub-on. There are some tags here that I bought from some company. I don't remember the name. And there's also more. It's a journaling card. Again, fuzzy cut some flowers here for interest. This is the top corner pocket with Secret Garden ephemera, note paper actually. It's a stamp, edge punch, plain paper. This is the CreativBoutique paper on which I have fussy cut some flowers. I just lost my thought process there. This is actually a flip out, and then it also has a secret pocket here which has nothing here. Okay, no, here, yeah. So that's it. This is a beautiful page from the Summer Prelude kit. This is an old botanical paper page from an old botanical book. It was already grayish. This is a card I created. Journaling card I created, and this is again botanical note card. This is all digital from the internet. This is for interest. This is for Amity Bloom. I just had to do this for her. The center of the signature, this is a small envelope from the Purple Rain kit from Ephemera's Vintage Garden. So this has a couple of items here. One is a small postal card which comes with the Summer Prelude kit, and this also comes with the Summer Prelude kit. I'm thinking this is Elizabeth's husband and this is Elizabeth. Isn't that cool? So then there's a small tuck spot with a little bird paper there, an open tuck spot which has ephemera. This is the third for herbarium sheet with number 3 here, just tucked in here. It's again the paper on the other side. I wanted to create a small pocket kind of area where Elizabeth would have stored some plants on her field trips. So these are fabric leaves, and she has written September 6th from the small pond and August 5th from the courtyard. So you can use these, are like pockets, and this is vintage tracing paper. I love the back of summer Prelude kit also, the background paper. It's beautiful, vintagey. I doubled over the tracing paper here to serve as a small pocket, kind of a peekaboo pocket. I punched a flower here, and this is fuzzy cut. Again fuzzy cut. This is from Secret Garden. The other side of the glassine bag has a tag and a ephemera piece. It also has this little note card from Arty Maze's kit. This page, this is actually a coloring page which I stitched onto the last page here. So there is a flip out here, which the stitching here. This can be a secret space to write, and if you put this out, then you will see that I fuzzy cut the butterfly on here. And this opens up to reveal pockets. The one pocket this is a rose stamp, which my swap partner can fix anywhere, and this is napkin collage that I made, and supposedly Elizabeth's personal possession. It says Marie and me 1910, I miss her. And if you see, there is a June 1910 date card here. So I'm thinking that probably it's her sibling who passed on. So that probably is the story. At the back of this, I've given a slant here, the paper. So it kind of wraps over. And I created a small interesting note card here with a pocket and two small ephemera pieces, and it opens out lengthwise like that. So I've tucked it between these 3D butterflies, so you can write here and put it back. Yeah, tucked it. So the last page of the last signature. This is a coin envelope in which I have placed 3 date sticks, and the back of the date sticks have this leaf imprint, and 2 ephemera pieces for journaling. And that's it. I also created, because there are just so many beautiful pages in the summer Prelude kit, I also created a flip out at the end. So it goes like this with stamping. That's it. You can also, oops, not focusing. You can also write on the other side. It has a stamp going right through here which says remember the moments in between. And this is the first time I've had a doily impression from coffee staining. I've never had it before or after. So this is a very special page. And there is also a small secret pocket here where Elizabeth seemed to have kept a photograph. A vintage photograph dated, says Quillon 1937. So that's kind of cool. I aged it and distressed it and Mod Podged it, so it gives a different look. So that's it. And the back page is plain with this coffee dyed dirty looking muslin, and I've stamped this saying specially for you by Vani India 2017, and this leaf is from September Chic Nectar Creations. I have run the lace here on the spine to go through as a bookmark, so it will just here between this second and third signatures. And there are, sorry about that, there are these charms there. One is a wishing well and 2 stars, and I'm saying that these 2 stars are Marie and Elizabeth, and those are their wishes. So that's the story, and that's my journal. Thank you, Ali. And thanks to all you wonderful ladies out there in JJJ. I have learned so much from you, and I think I've tried to include whatever I can, whatever, in everything that I learned, I wanted to put in here till I find my own style. So, thank you all. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Bye.